Hey guys, what is up? This is Keisha and I'm back today with another video. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about purposely going deeper. Purposely going deeper, okay? So I'm looking down at my notes. When I did the anxiety presentation, a lot of the people that were a part of the anxiety presentation all said that I have a lot on my plate. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I feel like I can't keep up with it all. I can't keep up with everything. That was a constant, right? Of everyone feeling overwhelmed, everyone feeling as if they did not have enough time or the ability to manage the time that they have to accomplish and complete all of the things on the to-do list or the task list, right? And when I did the depression seminar, one thing that was also constant in the depression seminar was that people felt like a failure. People felt like they were depressed because they had not hit certain milestones in their life. They had not reached a certain level of accomplishments and achievements that they thought that they would have gained at this point in their life, at this point in their life journey. So and not just that, there were other things that contributed to people being depressed, right? But that was a running theme. I am not where I want to be in my life. So that was a running theme that I heard consistently during the depression seminar, right? So the burnout one was very similar to the one that was dealing with anxiety, but it was a little bit different because I had started to learn what questions to ask, right? And so by the time I got to host the burnout seminar, one thing that I realized that was a constant as well was very similar to that of the anxiety seminar. And that was, I'm overwhelmed. I have a lot of responsibility. I am taking care of aging parents. I am taking care of children. I have stuff going on in my house. I have, a partner, marriage, or what have you. I have responsibilities and leadership positions on my job. People aren't showing up. I'm having to do it all, and I'm having to be it all. So the similarities between the burnout seminar and the anxiety presentation that I did, people were tired and overwhelmed, y'all. Okay, so the final one that I have done up to this point was the self-care seminar. And one of the running things that I heard in the self-care seminar was that I don't have time. I have a lot going on. I cannot put that on my calendar. By the time I get done with putting everybody where they need to, getting everybody where they need to be and getting this situated, getting that situated, I am tired and I don't have the energy or the time to practice self-care. Or another one is self-care is expensive, right? So I can't afford to do self-care, especially in this economy, right? So that was also a running thing that I heard as well. And this goes back to one thing, the individual behaviors. The individual behaviors that run deeper than I'm not showing up for myself. That run deeper than just the depression. Because see, one thing about depression, one thing about anxiety, those two I know for certain, just from my own experience, is that it is a manifestation of something that has already been going on. I said all that to say, y'all, we have got to start practicing better behavior. And when I say that, I am talking to myself. I'm talking to me as well. I'm not excluded from that. If you are not addressing your depression issues, if you are not addressing your anxiety issues, if you are suffering from burnout, if you are not implementing self-care, let me tell you something. You cannot afford not to go deeper. You cannot afford to not to get help for anxiety, depression, burnout, and not to practice self-care. You just can't afford to. I have heard that so many times. Well, I just can't afford it. Well, you're gonna have to start somewhere, because I cannot tell you, y'all, how many people that I have ran across that are literally hanging on and clinging to life by a thread. They are hanging on by the skin of their teeth. They are they barely hanging on. And I know that we have this fixed mindset about depression or anxiety or about mental health, period, mental health and wellness, period, but it is a problem. It is a problem that is going to continue to get worse if you run away from it. It won't feel good at first when you start to deal with it, when you start to face it, when you start to battle back against it. And facing each one of these Goliaths on your own and by yourself can be taxing on your mental health, your spiritual health, as well as your physical health, not to mention your emotional health. Those things can be taxing on you. And if you know anything about taxes, those who collect them, they're gonna get their money on the front end. They're gonna collect on the front end, or they're gonna collect on the back end. And you would much rather for them to collect on the front end than the back end, because they are definitely going to get what's owed to them. The tax collectors, they're gonna get what is owed to them. And our bodies are very similar. Our experiences, the things that our body and our mind and our spirit has gone through, definitely is keeping count. If you are not certain where to begin, I would definitely suggest that you seek a licensed healthcare professional, okay? You know, I tell anybody in a minute, especially over there on my Facebook page, baby, I got a boatload of degrees and certifications. Medicine ain't one of them, okay? So make sure that you are seeking a licensed healthcare professional, okay? First, start there. In the meantime, in between time, journal. In the meantime, in between time, journaling. I know a lot of people tell me, oh, Keisha, you've changed a lot. You've grown and you've developed, and you have always been kind of wise beyond your years. That's because I write. But outside of spending a lot of time with my grandparents, the biggest thing for me has been journaling. I've been journaling, and it has made me more self-aware than I could ever imagine. I want to share a quick story time with you all. When I was younger and I was growing up, I would always run from my problems. I would run from my issues. I never wanted to finish anything. I never wanted to face difficult tasks. I never wanted to deal with hard things. I never did. And I remember being on the run one day, and when I was younger, okay, it's a long story. I'm gonna share that with y'all one day, I might. But I remember when one day my mom told me I had packed my bags and I was going down to my great grandmother's house. And I remember her saying, wherever you go, whatever you encounter, you will always take you with you. I'm gonna run that back again. Wherever you go, whatever you encounter, you're gonna always bring yourself with you. You don't leave yourself behind when you get in a different situation. when you get in a new environment. You don't leave yourself behind. Well, some people do. But you can't hide who you are for a long time. That's going to come out and show itself eventually, right? But I remember that stayed with me to this day. And I had to been, I don't know, 14, 15 when she told me that. And again, she told me those things because I never wanted to face reality. I never wanted to show up and deal with my issues. I never wanted to, it's kind of like unicorn and rainbows, that's just not life. It's not life, right? And I think we bury our life experiences deeper, and they manifest themselves later in life as illnesses and ailments, and not really showing up, coming through for yourself, not dealing with that anxiety, not dealing with that depression, not managing that workplace or home burnout, not managing those things, not implementing self-care. When those things arise, not managing those things, there is a price to be paid for that. There is a price to be paid for when you don't deal with your issues. There is a price to be paid when you're not dealing with anxiety. What's causing the anxiety? When you're not dealing with depression, what's causing the depression, right? I mean, again, just like I said, as far as tax paying, you're going to pay for it on the front end or on the back end. But it's better if you get ahead of that thing and meet it where it is, address why it's going on. A great way to do that is journaling. First of all, make you an appointment with your healthcare professional, because I went to the doctor the other day, and honey, when I tell you, I was just, I'm gonna do a separate video on that, because I just can't believe this might be the future of healthcare. But anyhow, avoiding those issues won't go away. And I want to encourage you today, go deeper. Go deeper. Start asking yourself those difficult questions. Why am I feeling like this? Why am I feeling like that? Now, mind you, we all will have certain feelings, right? And it is up to us to have the discipline to control those emotions. But licensed healthcare providers have the ability to give you certain tools to help you along your journey. They do. And I see so many people suffering. I was one of them for a long time. And I'm not sitting before you and acting like I don't deal with depression. I'm not sitting here acting like I don't deal with anxiety or anything. I'm not presenting myself as Miss Perfect or anything. But what I am saying is that I know that wooded area very well. I know that wooded area very well. And that's unfortunate, but I do believe that sometimes we go through things or we experience things in life to be able to help somebody else, to maybe even help somebody else's experience be less painful, right? Maybe they won't spend the same amount of time in that valley that you did, if they have the ability to take your experiences and apply those experiences, that learned experience, so they themselves can try to prevent that in their own lives, right? So that's just kind of where I stand on it and what I believe about it. But I want to encourage you all to definitely go deeper. Go deeper, and start asking yourself why. Because when you ask yourself why am I depressed? Then you can start maybe possibly working on some solutions. But it's definitely going to take you being honest with yourself. That's all I got. I'll make sure that you all definitely subscribe to the channel. And if you need some help journaling, please message me, words-that-restore@gmail.com, words-that-restore@gmail.com, or you can go over and get on my newsletter if you need some motivation or encouraging words. I definitely enjoy writing. I love motivating, encouraging, and inspiring other people. So if you feel like you need that little extra oomph that day, definitely get on my mailing list, words-that-restore.com, and sign up for the free e-newsletter. So that's all I got. I hope that you all are well. I will chat with you later. All right.